Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about the 99 portal that is opening, so don't miss this opportunity when it comes to energy and ability to tap deeper into the essence of fulfillment and release what is not allowing you to feel it. There's many blockages that we may be attached to, like certain traumas, certain unrecognized memories, certain limiting stories we are telling to ourselves, limiting beliefs, many different things and sensations that may be holding us back, that come from our memories that may be unidentified or that may not even be real. So why 99 portal is so important and a really special day this year? Well, firstly, because 99, the master number 99 is called fulfillment, the master of fulfillment. And when we are thinking about fulfillment, we are thinking about completion, about wholeness, about truth. And therefore 99 symbolizes the completion or the truth. Truth is the completion of understanding, and it seeks to be understood in all aspects of ourselves. This day allows you to dive deeper into parts of you that requires answers and healing. So ask yourself for a sign to show you a memory, to show you a realization, or an answer that will most probably come to you through a form of a feeling so it can be released. So we'll talk later about it. But firstly, why number 9 is so special? Well, in many systems, including numerology and astrology, number 9 is often seen as a number of completion. It represents the end of a cycle or the fulfillment of a journey. When you add any number to 9, you return to the original number. For example, 9 plus 1 equals 10 and 1 plus 0 equals 1. 9 plus 2 equals 11 equals 2. 9 plus 3 equals 12 equals 3. And so on and so on. Number 9 is really interesting number. Even Nikola Tesla was talking about these numbers, 3, 6, and 9. And 9 symbolizes the completion. So tomorrow's day is really a special one when it comes to energy. So to anyone who's more mystically minded, more energetically sensitive, you can use this day as an incredible opportunity for healing, for releasing, for letting go, for experiencing closure so we can let go of the old, let go of the past. And there's many different practices to, for example, to tap into our subconscious mind, to recognize what memory is still making us feel anxious about certain things or making us feel doubting into our own possibilities, into our own potentials. And we just have to learn to tap into these memories, to take time in a day and to recognize what we sense in our bodies. Because science explains subconscious mind as an activity that happens within our nervous system. Quantum physics will tell you that subconscious mind is the field that manifests within your nervous system and is projecting through your nervous system an electromagnetic field that is nurturing your body. But when we have certain blockages, certain traumas, certain experiences that are holding us back and feeling us kinda stuck in certain areas, we will feel limited. And we will feel this limitation in a certain part of our body. We'll feel it in a sense of fear, in a sense of anxiety. And all we need to do is to tap into that sensation, to firstly recognize that we sense something, to pay attention to what we feel, to really evolve our awareness in a way that we can sense what is going on within our bodies, to recognize what do you feel and in what kind of area you feel it. So you can tap with your attention deeper into this area and ask it where it is coming from, what's its source. And if you close your eyes, and there's actually a practice. For example, if you close your eyes and start turning your eyes, circling your eyes, what's happening, you start activating different parts of your brain. As you're circling your eyes, as your eyes are closed, you start activating different parts of your brain. And as you start activating different parts of your brain, you may tap into a memory that is causing you to feel that way, that is still causing you to feel afraid of something that may be unknown, unfamiliar. Because as a little kid, as you've been born on this planet, you've been pure, you've been a loving creature, a loving being. But then you've been through experiences and through traumas, and you've been exposed to negativity and darkness and fears of others and wrongdoings of others, and you've developed a certain way of coping with that. And sometimes the way you cope with, or the way you have coped with certain events and certain experiences, limited your own experience, limited your own ability to express your authentic self, your soul, your light. And your job then is to identify what is limiting you so you can free yourself from that. And when we tap deeper into our subconscious memories, most often something comes up that we've completely forgotten. Today I was doing that work and I came across memories from my childhood that I've completely forgotten. I felt a sense of anxiety within my lower part of the stomach area, and I had no idea where it is coming from. So I tapped into it with my attention and I was asking where, what happened? What are you trying to tell me? And I was circling my eyes. And at some point I came across a memory from the school where I was avoiding a teacher because I didn't want to learn about the exams, like how I did on exams. I was afraid of the results, so I was avoiding the teacher. And because of that, I've developed a certain sense of anxiety, like what if I will pass by a teacher, if I will walk on the hall in the school. And it made me feel like I have to avoid certain places. And I had no idea why I feel anxious about going to, for example, sometimes to crowded places. I had no idea why I feel anxious about going to crowded places. And then I've recognized this memory. Oh, because I don't want to meet that certain person, because I'm avoiding meeting the results. And as I've recognized that, I was able to visualize my younger self. And I said to my younger self, hey, those fears that you have about the feedback or results of your exams, later in life, they will have no big meaning for you. They're not important. Right now, you may be afraid of that because you don't want that somebody would think something negative about you. You don't want to be judged. You don't want to be exposed. You don't want to have bad results or whatever. But soon, it will not be important anymore. So you can slowly release that worry. But as soon as I recognized the source of it, that anxiety was released. It was freed. And what happened, I felt lighter. I've started smiling because I've noticed what a weird reason it was to be anxious of something so simple, like going to crowded places, nothing special. Just because in the past I was afraid that I will meet that certain specific person that may share with me certain maybe potential negative results, even though they most probably haven't been so negative that I was afraid of, but most probably because I had a lack of self-confidence back at that time. I was afraid of being exposed to negative news, so I was avoiding that person. And that realization freed me. It's a simple realization, but it was unknown. So if we imagine how many of these memories are present within our subconscious system and are blocking us when it comes to reaching our dreams, reaching our goals, fulfilling certain things that are important to us, and we rather don't do anything just because we feel too afraid, or we feel or we are doubting our own capabilities just because something happened to us in the past, or we've heard words by people we've admired, like our parents or caregivers, that they said, well, all rich people are bad and therefore you're still avoiding money. Or they said all business people are maybe negative people, or whatever you've heard, and you're avoiding this type of a lifestyle, even though you would be able to create a business that can actually help your community or can fulfill lives of many. Right? We hold on to certain limiting ideas just because we've heard something in the past and we are not even aware of why we are doing it this way. So why I'm sharing this with you? Well, when it comes to closure and letting go, the release of certain past memories, past stories, and I've shared a story of vulnerability with you, we can recognize that these memories are not on the surface. It's not easy to recognize our own limitations. It's not something that we just say, I'm letting go of my limitations and we are free. Usually we just have to go much, much deeper. And this 9-9 portal will really support you on that process. So take time in your busy day and go into meditation, or write down a list of emotions that are unpleasant to you, that are still holding you back, that are the ones that you don't want to bring into your future. And then you can investigate them. You can learn from them. You can ask them for signs, for memories, for realizations. And be patient with yourself, as something will evolve within you. Something may come to the surface. And then you can deal with those memories. Sometimes you may notice that what actually happened in your past is not what you thought that happened. Sometimes our memories are partially made up because we want to, our brain just tries to make story out of what we feel. And sometimes when we are lacking the right knowledge, the right information to explain what we feel, we make up a story. Brain makes it almost automatically. That's what psychology is teaching us. So we can recognize that many of the stories we are telling to ourselves may not even be real. That's why it's so important to reflect our past. Sure, we can't change what happened, but most definitely we can acknowledge the story we are telling to ourselves about our past, and it will change our perception about who we truly are. Because sometimes, because we've been hurt in the past, we may think still in the present moment that we are a bad person, or that we are incapable, or that we are not smart, that we are not talented, and so on. But actually, what we are unlimited potential. We are unlimited source of anything we choose to create. But as long as we see ourselves as limiting beings that have been hurt and are still hurting, we'll never be able to create wonderful things. So we want to see ourselves as extensions of the source that have been through a lot only to learn how this life works, and to learn how to work with energies, how to work with impulses that are constantly finding us and awakening within us, how to not be the victim of impulses, but rather recognize what kind of impulses can be helpful, how to navigate ourselves through everything that's happening, and how to say no to the things that are not supporting our growth, that are not supporting our process, right? Like what I've shared with you yesterday, the work that you do in private will help you to shine in public. Every time you go deeper into yourself, you learn something about yourself, and you shift a certain set of behaviors, you change a certain habit, you start expressing yourself differently, you will start behaving differently, the glow on your face, on your body will change eventually. And that's where we become the change. And the change influences new changes, right? Because of our mirror neurons in the brain, we naturally start copying the behaviors of others. So when somebody is changing, and we may find the change in that person inspiring as it was a positive change, it will inspire us to make that change as well. That's why when we're doing the healing of certain wounds from the past, we may notice that certain family members may start changing as we are changing in a positive direction. Sometimes it takes a lot of time, many years, but eventually we notice the changes without really communicating with them or saying to them what they should do. We just do our inner work, and energetically we influence on the field of our whole family, and something starts changing. And that's what happens to many of us. So a really wonderful day to work on your healing. And of course, as you're doing that work, make sure that you set some goals for the future. When setting goals or working on projects, consider using the idea of completion and wholeness associated with whatever is important to you. So think about what the completion of that specific project would look like, and how would it feel like, who you want to become as you're succeeding at that, and how that project is evolving successfully, right? So a really wonderful thing, as you're letting go of the past, you have to refocus your attention to the future, not to live in the future, but to fall in love with the future you're creating. Because if you're not loving your future, you're staying limited by your past. And the whole process of change is the process of changing our attention. And sometimes, if we really don't forgive to what happened to us, if we don't acknowledge to what we've been through, it's much harder to focus on the future, because something from the past will be calling us to heal it, right? And the most powerful emotion when it comes to completion, to fulfillment, is gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of receiving, right? So a wonderful day for manifestation as well. If you practice gratitude, wake up and write a list of the things you're grateful for. And something to hack your reality can help you to write a list of what you're grateful for the things that are not present yet, but you know that are coming. You know, when you're manifesting something, write those things down as they are already here and be grateful for them. Open up your heart and be grateful for those things. It will help you to attract them faster. My friends, a powerful day, 9-9 portal. Don't miss this opportunity to do the inner work, the inner healing, to set some powerful goals and raise your energy with gratitude. My friends, I hope you found something valuable today. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. I hope you've enjoyed in today's artwork. And thanks to everyone for supporting my art in our Etsy shop. I Draw My Passion. You're all truly appreciated. My friends, till next time, one love.